Pleasant morning to my dear student. Dear student, today I will explain about the new topic, that is the respiration in the plant. In this particular lesson, we have to learn respiration in plants, and in that outline of the process and the gaseous exchanges, and next a brief outline of the process of mentioning the terms of glycolysis and the Krebs cycles and their significance we have to learn. And next we have to learn about some of the experiment on gaseous exchange and on heat productions. These things we have to learn. Dear student, today in this class I will explain what is respirations and Krebs cycles and glycolysis, and what are the difference between the respirations and the burning. Okay. These things I will explain today. Dear student, let us learn about the respirations. Before that, dear student, all the living cells in a plant as well as those in the animals require the energy for the various activities, isn't it? All the living cells in a plant as well as those in the animals require the energy for the various activities of the body. For example, building up the proteins from the amino acids, making starch from the glucose, absorbing the minerals from the soil, or laying down the cell wall by plant cells. Are all such activities we need the energy, isn't it? How this energy will produced? Okay. Before that, we have to know the definitions of the respirations. What do you mean by respirations? Respirations is defined as a metabolic process wherein the living cells of organisms obtain the energy in the form of ATP. I think I got the answers. Before I told now where the plants or we get the energy during the respirations. Okay. By taking off oxygen and liberating the carbon dioxide from the oxidations of complex organic substance. Respirations means it is a metabolic process. The living cells from the organisms obtain the energy how? By taking in oxygen and liberating the carbon dioxide from the oxidations of complex organic substance. Okay, this is about the respiration. Dear student, the chemical breakdown of the glucose occurs by utilizing the oxygen and is represented by these equations. Look at the equation. It is there in the textbook also. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 in presence of enzyme, it will give the 6 carbon dioxides and 6 H2O, in the sense waters, and also it will give the energy. It is the equations of the respirations. Dear student, and one more thing, there are 3 important characteristics of the respirations according to these equations. And that first one is the breakdown of the glucose to carbon dioxide and water does not occur in a single steps, breakdown of the glucose to carbon dioxide and water does not occur in a single step, but in a series of chemical steps. These steps occur in two major phases. One is the glycolysis, another one is the Krebs cycles. Let us learn what do you mean by glycolysis and Krebs cycles. Glycolysis is a process in which glucose is break down to produce the energy. Glycolysis is a process during the glycolysis it break down the glucose and it releases the energy or it produces the energy. Okay, it produces two molecules of pyruvate and ATP and NADH and the water. Okay, the process takes place in the systole of the cell cytoplasm in the presence or absence of the oxygen. Glycolysis is take place in the cytoplasm in presence or the absence of the oxygen. Okay, this is about the glycolysis. Glycolysis is a metabolic process that converts the glucose into pyruvic acid. Okay, it to convert the glucose into the pyruvic acid. Next one is the Krebs cycle I told. The Krebs cycle is also known as the citric cycles or tricarbolic cycles or TCA cycle. Krebs cycles is also known as the citric acid cycles or tricarboxylic cycle or TCA cycle. It is the second stage of the cellular respiration. It is the second stage of the cellular respirations that occurs in all aerobic organisms to releases the stored energy for further biological process. It releases the stored energy for the further biological process. This is about the Krebs cycles. One characteristics during the respiration. Second one, each breakdown step is due to the particular enzymes. I told during the glycolysis or the Krebs cycles also, it releases the energy, no? So, each step is breakdown because of some of the enzymes. Okay. Third one, the energy liberate in a breakdown of the glucose molecules in not all in the form of the heat, but a large part of it's converted into the chemical energy in the form of the ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. When the energy is in the form of ATP is used, the ATP is converted into ADP. ADP means adenosine diphosphate. When energy is formed the ATP and it converted it into the ADP. And again when more energy is available, if more energy is available by further breakdown of glucose is take place, the ADP is reconverted to the ATP again. And so it goes on and on. So it goes on. Okay. And one more thing, 1 mole of the glucose on complete oxidation, it yields the 38 molecules of the ATP. Dear student, look at the slide. In that one pictures is there. From that we can clearly get to know. It is a diagrammatic representations to shows the use of energy liberate in the respirations. Look at that picture. Okay. One more thing, dear student, ATP. It is the energy currency of the cell. Why? All the activity inside a living cell is need the energy which is available in the form of the ATP has the immediate source. Hence, this chemical compound ATP is described as the energy currency of the cell. Okay, I hope you understood. Dear student, along with my explanation, I attached one video. From that video, we can get to know about Krebs cycles and the glycolysis process. Okay, watch that.
This bird, like all living animals, has cells that carry out cellular respiration. During cellular respiration, organisms break down nutrients in order to produce energy in the form of ATP. Let's take a closer look to see how this happens. If we zoom in on one of this bird's cells, we can see the mitochondria, where the majority of the reactions involved in cellular respiration occur. Let's zoom in further on a single mitochondrium. Cellular respiration consists of 4 primary stages. These are glycolysis, the preparatory reaction, the citric acid cycle, and the electron transport chain. The first stage, glycolysis, occurs in the cytoplasm outside of the mitochondria. During glycolysis, enzymes break down glucose into 2 molecules of pyruvate. During this process, 2 ATP are produced, and NADH is released to be used in a later step of cellular respiration. Stage 2 is the preparatory reaction. During this stage, the pyruvates of glycolysis move into the mitochondria, where they are converted into acetyl-CoA. During this conversion process, more NADH is produced and carbon dioxide is released. In stage 3, the citric acid cycle, the remaining carbons from the initial glucose are oxidized, releasing carbon dioxide. NADH and FADH2 are also produced, in addition to 2 ATP molecules. Most ATP production occurs in stage 4, the electron transport chain, or ETC. In this stage, the NADH and FADH2 from the previous stages give up electrons to the chain. Energy is released and captured as the electrons move from a higher energy to a lower energy state using a series of proteins embedded in the membranes of the mitochondrion. Later, this energy will be used for the production of ATP, typically 32 to 34 per initial glucose. Oxygen is used by the ETC as a terminal electron acceptor. It then combines with hydrogen ions to produce water. If we add up all the ATP produced from just one glucose molecule, we can see that these reactions produce a total of 36 to 38 ATP.
Dear student, from the video we get to know what do you mean by Krebs cycles and the glycolysis, isn't it? Let us learn. Living organism shows the 2 steps of metabolic activities. One is the anabolic and another one is the catabolic. What do you mean by anabolic? Anabolic is also called as a constructive or the biosynthetic processes. Why? Because it consumes the energy. Anabolic means the which animals is consume the energy, those animals called as the anabolic. Okay, catabolic means it is the destructive or breaking down processes. It gives out the energy for uses by the organism. It gives out the energy. Okay, this is about the anabolic and the catabolic. Dear student, respiration is the breaking down process by which a living cell oxidizes the organic substance and release the carbon dioxide, water and the energy. And also called as respiration is a catabolic process of releasing the energy forms glucose for carrying out the life processes. Okay. Sometimes respiration is compared with the burning, isn't it? Such as the burning of coal. Okay, sometimes respiration is also compared with the burning, such as the burning of the coal. Why? Because the both liberate the energy and both give the end products is the carbon dioxide and the water. During the respirations also it will release the energy and waters, and during the burnings also it will give the carbon dioxide and the water. So, but this comparison is only superficial. There is some difference are there. Okay, let us learn what are the difference between the respirations and the burning in detail. Under the respirations, respiration is a cellular process. Burning is a non-cellular process. Respiration takes place inside the cells, isn't it? So, and respirations occurs at the body temperature. Burning, it occurs at the high temperature. Respirations occurs in a series of chemical steps, I already told. And burning is occurs in a single step. Respiration carried out by the enzymes. The role of enzymes is very important during the respiration. The burning carried out by the heat. Heat play a main role in during the burning. Respiration is a biochemical process and burning is the physicochemical process. Respiration, the energy is liberated as a ATP and some heat. Burning, all the energy is liberated as a heat and the light. During the respiration, no light energy is produced. During the burning, the light energy is produced. These are the difference between the respirations and the burning. I hope you understood. Dear student, let us summarize what are the concepts we learned today. First, we learned about the respirations, isn't it? What do you mean by respirations? Respirations is a catabolic process of releasing the energy from the glucose for carrying out the life processes. Next, we learned about three characteristics, three important characteristics during the equations. One is a breakdown of the glucose. In that, it shows the main three phases. One is the glycolysis and one more is the Krebs cycle. Glycolysis occurs in a cytoplasm. Krebs cycle occurs in a mitochondria. Okay. Next one is breakdown step is due to the particular enzymes. And third one is it releases the ATPs. Okay. Next, we learnt about two metabolic activities of the organism. One is the anabolic and another one is the catabolic. Anabolic means it is a constructive or anabolic. It is also called as the constructive or the biosynthetic processes. It consumes the energy. Catabolic means it gives out the energy. Next, we learnt about what are the difference between the respirations and the burning. Respirations is a cellular process. Burning is a non-cellular process. It occurs in a body temperature. Which one? Respirations. Burning, it occurs at the high temperatures. And respirations, no light energy is produced. During the burning, light energy is produced. These are the difference between the respirations and the burning. I hope you understood. At the last, as usual, I given some of the question to find out the answer. Look at that question, find out the answer for that.
Thank you.